I brought handouts for anybody that would like them at some point during today. I work for Merit. Merit stands for Micro Enterprise Resources, Initiatives, and Training. How many of you have heard about Merit before? Polk CDC, yes, good. Excellent. Well, for those of you who haven't heard, Merit is a 501c3, which means it's a nonprofit organization, and our mission is to help people that want to start their own business. And we give them the resources that they need, we give them the training that they need, and we stay with them and work with them after they've gotten started. So whatever happens in the next 3-4 years of your business, we are there to help you work through that and to strategize what it is you need to do. What we've discovered in the years that we've been in existence, which I think is about 11 now, that a lot of people jumped into starting their own business because they wanted to. They had a passion and desire to start their own business, and they just went for it. But some of the things that they didn't consider, we hear about a couple years later. I wish I would have thought about this. Any of you know what the number 1 and number 2 reasons are for small business failures? Well, usually it has to do with family relationships. When someone starts a small business, they haven't always had the communication with their family members that they need to have so that the family members know what they're getting into. In terms of time, starting a business for the first few years is going to take 24/7 of your life. It is going to own you. People come in and they say, I want to start my own business because I want to golf 3 days a week and I want to make $60,000. Well, great, that's a good goal for 10 years down the road, but not now. So the first thing that we talk about with our clients is to know their self, to know their family, to take a self-assessment, to pass out that self-assessment and let others review that and tell them how they view you. You learn so many things about yourself in doing that. What are your strengths? What are the things that you need help with? The more people that you get in your network as you're starting this and you're planning this, the more help you can get down the road. Most of us do not grow up being amazing bookkeepers or financial wizards. So we sometimes need help doing that. But as a startup, you don't always have the money to hire someone to do that. But I'll bet you have someone in your personal network that has experience doing that and would be happy to volunteer to help you in the beginning. So the more people that you talk about and the more people you bring in your network, the more support you set up for yourself, both emotionally and for your work. And the bigger your beginning steps of marketing becomes, because the best marketing is word of mouth. When I ask somebody, oh, I need a service, who do you know that does this service? And people tell me, and I hear that name a couple of times, I want to call that person. So talk to people, be open, ask questions, get help. The second thing we want to talk to people about is to know the difference between owning a business and working for a business. Now, I'm going to put some of you on the hot spot, and I'm going to ask you the question. What do you think is the difference between owning your business and working for a business? Can I call on Avon to answer my question? Working for yourself or working for another business? Okay, I'll just move on. Well, I'll just tell you the answer for the sake of time. The answer is security versus risk. It's an important consideration. The other thing is, how do you define risk for yourself? What does risk mean to you? How much are you willing to risk to start a business? Going forward and growing your business, how much are you willing to risk? You need to define that and know when you're getting close to that line and have somebody help you strategize through moving forward on that. The other thing is results versus routine. Most people who work for a business have a routine. They go to work and they perform the routine. And they're really not concerned with the results because it doesn't affect their bottom line. But as a business owner, it affects your bottom line. You need to really identify the results that you want. We talk a lot about fears, expectations, and motivations in our class. What's motivating you to start a business? Why do you want to do that? What do you expect the business to do for you? Clearly define that. And the big thing that none of us really want to think about is what our fears are. But it's important for you to identify what are you afraid of in starting your business. If you're just thinking about it and you want to get help doing that, come and talk to us. We can help you work through that and then develop strategies to mitigate your fears as you move forward. Those fears, we notice just in our daily lives, that the fears we had as a children often come back to us as an adult. There's still insecurities that we have. And that's the same with business. So you need to develop strategies to deal with this. And then the other is long-term versus short-term responsibilities. As a business owner, you have long-term responsibilities. And you also have short-term responsibilities. When you move into the area of having employees, then you have responsibilities to families as well as the community. So there's things to think about in knowing the difference between owning a business and working in a business. What types of businesses are right for you? Your self-assessment will help you figure that out. Then we walk them through selecting a business structure and how to do that, how to get on the Secretary of State's website and get the information you need. There is a book called How to Start a Business in Oregon that is on their website. You can download it in PDF form, and it goes through and explains all of the different business structures and pretty much anything you need to know about starting your business. When you select your business name, you register it with the Secretary of State. Has everybody in here registered your name with the Secretary of State? Okay, for those of you who haven't, it might be a good thing for you to look into that and see if someone else has your business name even. That's a good thing to check for. And then the other big thing that we stress at Merit is research. You can't do enough research for the industry that you're in. It's always changing. You always need to be doing the research. This helps you with your marketing. It helps you with your strategies on how you're going to connect with your market. It helps you identify your target market in a tighter way. We think, I'm going to sell ice cream and everybody's going to buy my product because everybody eats ice cream. Well, that's not true. There are, some of us who are real selective about the kind of ice cream we eat. And so how do you get that to that section of the population? How do you communicate with them? How do you tell them about your product that makes them want to come and take your product? What is it that they're interested in? So we can help you with the research to do that. And then we have funding. And I'm going to let Forrest talk to you about funding. So Marilyn, do you want to introduce him or do you just want me to? In a tighter way. Going forward and growing your business, we think